Hello and welcome back to Country File. Just kidding, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Right guys, gonna be a very interesting 24 hours ahead of us. And the reason being is because A, I've got new kit, B, my arm's still sore because I fractured it lately. It was a hairline fracture, but nonetheless it's still a little bit sore, so I don't want to do anything that's going to make it even more painful. Thirdly, I've got new batteries for the cameras, so I no longer have to worry about having old batteries because I've got more batteries. Well, hey, and what else is there? Well, basically there's a severe weather warning in place. Now over here, I'll switch to the GoPro camera, that's the chase your plane, and over here, again, you watch my videos then you'll know that this is Black Hill, which I love. And what we're going to do, we're going to go for a bit of a hike, but again there's a severe weather warning in place. As a matter of fact, according to the you know, the people that actually monitor weather, these guys have actually said that the severe weather could be a danger to life. So I'm gonna have to be pretty careful of where I sleep tonight, because if it's snow, I don't want to be suffocated in snow when I'm in a bivvy bag. And I'm thinking that I may just have to hammock it, but I don't know. But nonetheless, let's keep going and we'll work out where exactly it is we're going to be going. So let's go, come on. Poor guy's not made it. See now the crow's about. He's a young ram. Poor guy. Show you him. Not going to show you in graphic detail because not about that. But yeah, shame to see. And can see the crows started to get to work on him again. Some of them make it, and then that happens. But let's be honest, every single one of us here on planet Earth is going to die. Look at that. You see the heel? This heel, it's not yet melted, but there's been a lot of heel that's melted around the field, which means the field is very wet. And I think this is part of the severe weather stuff, you know, the severe weather warnings we've been getting. But I'm thinking that it's probably best if I sleep off the ground tonight. So I've got my hammock with me, so I could always put that up, or it's a case of finding good woodland in order to do that. Now the thing is, if I go into the woods, then I want to set up a campfire. You can't go into the woods and not have a fire. I'm going to head over to this place because I remember seeing a fox here the last time I was out. So I'll see you then. Well, pretty much evidence. Don't know if you can see that, but that's fur. So somebody's definitely living here. Okay guys, check this out. Look at this. The place is totally frozen. See that? Let's get chunk. That is what we are dealing with tonight. Ice. So there you go, evidence. It just might be a cold one. Right people, you see that house there in the background? That's gone on the market for about £1.3 million. And yes, that's Great British pounds, so that's sterling. £1.3 million. And you should be able to get a property like that here in Disley. Right guys, so this is to the side of Black Hill or Black Rock, which I don't normally show you. You normally see to the side of that hill, but this is this side, the side which I'm hardly ever at. But I have wild camped directly smack bang on that hill, and it was actually quite comfortable, to be honest with you. Now what we're going to be doing, the sun sets at what time? About 4 PM today, or maybe 3:21, 4 PM. So I'm planning on getting on top of Spawns Hill, and then we're going to move further out of the area. I'm not too sure of the area what it's called, but I believe it's near Howard Wood or something like that. But anyway, later on in the video I'm going to get the maps out and I'm going to show you exactly where it is we've been and where we've gone, etc. So catch you in a bit, lads and girls. I'm going to be leaving one map and I'm going to be walking into another map. So what that means is behind me is the Dark Peak. So I've got one map for the Dark Peak. I'm now leaving the Dark Peak and I'm moving into the White Peak, which is in front of me. So I've got a second map for the White Peak. Also, I've got a pair of Combat Soldier 95 army boots on, and I wore them last time I was out in the field, and yeah, you know, they were great, but they've not been broken in yet, and they left me with quite a bad wound with regards to blisters. Now I've actually got 2 blister plasters on one foot now. I still feel a bit of a burning sensation, and then I've also got a blister plaster on another foot, but that's perfectly fine. So the only thing I've got to watch out for is that I don't damage my foot again with regards to the blister side of things. But you know, the benefits of having army boots is that you just can walk through anything. You can walk through mud, you can walk through water, you can just walk through anything and your feet will not get wet. And that's something we don't want to do, is it? We don't want to get the feet wet. But again, the only thing I've got to worry about with regards to my Combat 95 boots is that they don't leave me with severe blisters. Right guys, catch you in the White Peak. Right guys, so let's have a look at some of these maps. So if you have a look here, you can see that this is Glossop and Sheffield and Stockport. Now that was where I was, so that's the Dark Peak. Now over here, this is Macclesfield, Chesterfield and Leek. Now this is the White Peak. So we have left the Dark Peak and we've moved into the White Peak, which is where I plan to spend the night. Now I've probably got about another hour worth, about an hour and a half of light. So what I want to do now is have a look at this map and work out where it is I'm going to go. So catch you in a second. look at it all. Got the map. Might exploring. Can't beat it. I know it's gonna get very cold tonight, but you only live once, don't you? So make the most of it. I feel like that hill. I think they're shooting over here, because I hear gunshots keep going off. See a bloke over there walking. That is going to be a glorious sunset. That will be a glorious sunset. So I best hurry up and find this woodland. Right guys, so I found basically the area where I'm going to be sleeping tonight, thanks to the map, and definitely thanks to the compass. But basically right behind me now, on top of that hill, is a place called White Nancy. Now White Nancy is a folly. It was built by the Gascoigne family, I believe, to celebrate the Battle of Waterloo. Now the light's going down, so I can't exactly go over there at the minute, because I need to make camp and make sure that I settle in for the night. You know what I'm saying, get nice and warm and stuff like that. So I might go there tomorrow. If I don't go there tomorrow, then I'll go there some other day. But for now, the main thing is to get settled in for the night. So let's go. Okay guys, so there's the hammock with the Czech Army bedroll. Back out of here, and as you can see, the hammock is now installed on these trees. There's my new rucksack. I'm going to show you more of that rucksack tomorrow, but it's been absolutely great today. It's very comfortable. Have to admit, it took ages to get that fire going, but hey, now it's going, and now I am feeling the heat. So that heel has made all the wood wet after it's defrosted and stuff. So, don't know what to do now. Might make a cup of coffee. Right guys, so map 1 is the dark peak, map 2 is the white peak. So I came from the dark peak map, and now I'm here on the white peak map, and I followed the Gritstone trail all the way down to this point. Now when I got to this point, I got slightly lost because I ended up going over here by the road. So I trusted the compass, and I followed the compass, and I basically followed this footpath all the way down here into Harrop Wood. Now I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to think that I'm somewhere here by Mellow Clough, and White Nancy is over here. So I can see White Nancy from here. So in the morning I might walk over and see White Nancy. If not, then I'll be going all the way back again and all the way up the Gritstone Trail back into the Dark Peak. So I'm not gonna just get in my hammock and chill out and perhaps read a book or something. So, you know, see you later. Right guys, so basically it's now becoming very windy and it's raining very hard. So there may just be a change of plan in the morning. I'm all cocooned up in my hammock, and everything's fine there. I'm nice and warm, but again it's getting windy, and as you can hear, the rain's coming down very hard. And basically I've now got my rucksack underneath my hammock. So let me just show you quickly, if we can, what it's like outside. Okay guys, see you later. Good morning boys and girls. Right, this is the score. Change the plan. We're going to be going straight home. The reason being, that weather last night was pretty horrendous, and bear in mind it's still a severe weather warning on the cards. So what I'm going to do is try to beat that storm, and I'm going to just pack up everything and start making my way home in order to try and get in front of the storm. I'll probably have something to eat further on down the line, but as for now, this morning, I'm going to pack everything up and just get out of here. Right guys, just before we get out of here, I want to show you my new rucksack. Okay, let's start by having a look here. I don't know how to, it's a Decathlon bag, so I don't know how to pronounce a lot of Decathlon's products. You know, look, like this cap, I'm not even too sure how you pronounce that correctly, because, you know, Decathlon being a French company. But anyway, you've got two main pockets here, okay, another pocket down here, you've got your zips, and then you've got these bags, these zips here, and then you've got the mess. And then if we come up to this side, you can see that we've got genuine, got quality straps there, very generous with the material. And we also have the bottom section. If we come over here, we've got these pads to protect you. Not only that, but we have these metal bars, and I only paid 50 quid. Yeah, you heard that correctly. I only paid £50 for that rucksack. Now they keep going out of stock, so if you want to try and get one, you might find it a bit hard because they sell out quite quickly. So if you're on their website and you see one, buy it straight away, or else somebody else is going to buy it. Right guys, I'm going to move on and see if we can beat the storm. White Nancy. Say goodbye to White Nancy, people, because we're going home. What an experience that has been. You know, I've only been doing hammocking for, I don't know, for about 6 nights, not even that. But like last night with that rain coming down on the top, the wind, you know, just blew the top because it didn't secure it down correctly, which is something I'll fix next time I'm out. And what that done is caused the top to fold over, and all the excess water just basically came into the hammock. Now I was sleeping in the Czech Army bedroll. The Czech Army bedroll, very good sleeping bag for hammocking. Very, very warm indeed. However, because it's not waterproof, well, mine isn't waterproof, so the rain that managed to soak my hammock from the top ended up penetrating through the Czech Army bedroll. But I've got these pants on here, okay, and they're snow pants, so they're waterproof. And I basically turned myself around in the hammock, so the waterproof section of my trousers was basically on the water and everything else was dry. But again, what an experience. Next time I will definitely secure the hammock down more correctly. Now have a look at this, guys. This is awesome. Here is where you can get your drinking water from. Have a look at this. Look at this. How cute is that? That's very, very, very cute. So look at that, all the way down it goes. So I was down there somewhere hammocking, and is this to look over that side? Anyway, onwards. Right guys, so the rain's starting to come down and I'm boiling hot. I've got this waterproof kit on, so what I need to do is, when I get to this spot, which I know is an ideal place to have a cup of coffee, and then strip off and get into lighter dress, because again, this is hard going. Show you the weather conditions, have a look at this. So there's behind me, you can see that. Now let's have a look over here, you see that, and that's how the weather is starting to turn. Right guys, so it started to turn into hail. That's hailstones. Just seen another 2 hikers out and about there. Very, very brave, you know. I'm actually now thinking to myself, why do I do this, you know? Why do I just come out and test myself like this? Good news is, I'm near the location where I can make myself a cup of coffee and possibly get dry and into lighter gear. Right guys, want to say a big thank you to Richard. I took a wrong turning and I missed my style, and what happened was I ended up outside Richard's house. Now Richard very kindly invited me into his house, bearing in mind I stink of smoke, and I'm talking about smoke from a campfire, and he basically brought me in and gave me a cup of coffee, and I got to meet his lovely wife, his lovely sister and her husband. You know, so guys, seriously, thank you very much for that nice, very nice cup of coffee. I'm glad to say I am now halfway home, which is great, it's ideal. So again, Richard man, really thank you for that. That side, the white peak. This side, the dark peak. Again, dark peak this side, white peak that side. This side means I'm home. Starting to hailstones again. Getting strutted with hailstones. Have a look, everything is all misty. But to be honest with you, this is what you call freedom. I think after what I've just done, then I deserve the right to do this. Get in there. So we're going over here, that's Lantern Woods, and I'm going to make a coffee and get warm. German Army mess kit with the Swedish Army Transia stove and windshield. Yugoslavian mess kit, and as you can see I've got the rest of it over here. There's my bag, and I can't wait for this water to boil so I can have a nice hot cup of coffee. Really cold tonight, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drink this and then I'm gonna time it until I get to the train. So if the train comes about 4 o'clock, I'll time my footsteps until I can get to the train station for 4 o'clock. The day is very near to be over.